discussed that if we break this thing down, right, what is the full form of AIDS? Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, right?
Right.
Okay. So I gave you a quite detailed overview of this thing, that what actually happens. So HIV virus attacks your macrophage cells, T cells, T helper cells, and finally they destroy the memory cells, right? Okay. So whatever immunity that you have acquired throughout your life, that is compromised, right?
Right.
So acquired immunity gets deficient. Whatever adaptive immunity you had from the very beginning, means by birth, whatever pathogens you were exposed to, you must have developed some immunity against them, right? But because of the presence of this virus, those memory cells are destroyed. That leads to the deficiency of the acquired immunity. Okay, clear? And that is why this name AIDS has been given. Now, coming to the virus first. So when we talk about this virus is a kind of a retrovirus. What do we mean by a retrovirus? What are retrovirus? Any idea?
No, sir, I'm not sure.
No problem. Remember one thing, that retrovirus is basically group of virus.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what is transcription?
It's like it's the process of like coding the DNA into like mRNA.
Right. Okay. It is the process of copying the information on DNA to form mRNA, right? This is what happens in all the living organisms. From DNA, information is copied to RNA, and from RNA, we can synthesize polypeptide chain, right? Okay, any doubt?
No, sir, no doubt.
But in these viruses, what happens is that this process can be done in the reverse manner as well. Means from RNA, these viruses can make DNA, and that process is known as reverse transcription. Okay, the process is reverse transcription, and for that process, the enzyme that is used is reverse transcriptase. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
So what these viruses actually have, these viruses contain RNA. What they contain? RNA. Then when they are introduced into the host cell, when they enter the host cell and they release their RNA, then what they do is they are able to convert this RNA into DNA by the process. Which process?
Reverse transcription.
Using the enzyme?
Reverse transcriptase.
Right, very good. Okay, clear?
Yes,
So HIV is a retrovirus. You can see the structure here as well. Like, see, the structure of HIV virus is quite complex. Okay, generally what a virus has is it has a protein coat, right? For any virus, what it has a protein coat, and inside they have their nucleic acid. What they have?
Nucleic acid.
Nucleic acid. That could be RNA or DNA for any virus. Okay. Now, on this protein code, there could be some other adaptations or modifications, like glycoproteins could be there, glycolipids could be there. So this complex envelope over here in HIV makes it invisible or indetectable to the immune system. Okay. You see these structures, rod-like structures on the membrane, right? That is the envelope of the virus, and these are glycoproteins. Understood? So because of this enveloped structure of HIV virus remains undetected within our body. Okay, although in some cases it gets detected and our body produces antibody also against them, but those antibodies, they are not that efficient to fight against this virus. Okay.
Okay.
Any doubt?
No, sir, no doubt.
Yes, so please write it down. So what is the genetic material in HIV virus?
The RNA.
RNA. Which type of RNA? Single strand, double strand?
Single strand.
Single strand.
Yes, sir.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Now let's see that what happens when this HIV virus enters the body. Okay, so once the HIV virus infects the body, what they do is they attack a type of lymphocyte cells. What are these cells? These are T helper cells. Okay, here. Now I told you already that what is the role of T cells? T helper cells basically either they fight with the pathogen directly or they help in the production of antibodies, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so remember T helper cells are key component in the production of antibodies. So HIV, what it does, it inhibits the body's capacity to produce antibody. How? Because they are destroying the T helper cells, right? So body will not be able to produce antibodies. So if the body cannot make antibodies, what will happen? If a pathogen is going to enter your body, you will not be able to fight against that pathogen, right?
Right.
Okay, so slowly and slowly what happens, the immune system becomes very weak. Okay, now as I said that against the virus also initially some antibodies are produced by the immune system to fight against HIV, and if we do the blood test we can find those antibodies also, right? And then only we can detect the presence of this virus. So if antibodies are found for this in the blood sample, then that person is considered as HIV positive. Now, which test is performed to check HIV virus? Any
I'm not.
idea?
No, sir.
The test that we very commonly use is ELISA test.
Okay.
Which test?
Lisa
Have
test.
you heard of this name
No,
before?
no.
So ELISA is basically like short form, right? It is enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. The full name of the test is. This test is based on the principle of antibody and antigen interaction. Okay. Okay. Please write this thing down.
Yes, sir, done.
Now, development of AIDS, basically whatever we have discussed so far. Okay. So once the virus infects your body, what they do is they attack which cells? They attack the T helper cells, macrophages. Okay. So slowly and slowly your immune system becomes very weak and you are now prone to infections, right? So any pathogen that enters your body, it has a huge opportunity for them that they can grow and multiply very soon, right? And small infections like cough and cold can become a very big problem. Okay, clear? Remember one very interesting thing that people they don't die because of HIV virus. People die because of other
Other.
infections,
Yeah.
right? Okay, because HIV virus they make your body so weak that small things, whatever you like, if you get hurt with something like even blood clotting can lead to big problem, right? Because now your body will not be able to heal soon, right? Infection can take place and then those pathogens will enter your body and can cause big problem. Okay, so as the infection progresses, the ability of the body to produce antibodies significantly reduces. Okay, clear? So immune system becomes very weak and it is unable to fight off other pathogens. Okay, so individual they become very prone to infection and from other opportunistic pathogens. Clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if any severe disease is there or some conditions are there at the same time along with HIV, what happens? Your acquired immunity is compromised, right? And that is why it is known as acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, right? Syndrome, I told you. What do we mean by syndrome?
It's like a combination of symptoms.
Right.
Like
Okay.
it's not.
It's not for one specific disease or disorder. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, can we treat or cure HIV or AIDS?
I don't think so, sir. Like now we have we have some treatments to control the symptoms, but I don't think we have anything that can completely cure it.
Right. Okay. So we don't have any treatment for HIV as of now. Okay. The only thing we can do is we can give antiretroviral drugs to the patient, but these drugs only help in prolonging the survival. Means, let's say if you are infected with HIV and you have some chances of survival for 1 year to 2 years, these drugs can make it up to 3 years, 4 years, but they cannot give you a life. Once you get infected with HIV, your death is inevitable, right? You cannot run away from death. Okay, so the initial infection to the development of AIDS can be slowed down using antiretroviral drugs. It can be slowed down, but it cannot be cured. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Any doubt? Now, recent developments, now some recent drugs, what they have done, they have like they improved the chances where the you will have the HIV, you will have the virus, right? Okay. But these medicines are more effective, and what they have done is they have improved the quality of life. Means they were able to maintain the immune system somehow so that you don't get infected with the other diseases, right? And you can live a normal life with better life expectancy, but you will definitely die because of this problem. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Please write it down.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay, now let's look at what are the possible ways with which by which HIV virus can transmit from one person to another. Okay, so any idea what are these methods of transmission of HIV virus?
Yes, it's like HIV is like a sexually transmitted disease, right? So
Right,
it can be transferred between people when like the bodily fluids are mixed.
exchange,
And
right? Okay.
yeah, exchange. Sorry.
Fine, but it's not just one way, right? So exchange of body fluids can happen in many other ways, right? So one thing is unprotected sexual intercourse, right? When two people they meet with each other without any protection, that can lead to transmission of the disease. But apart from that, this disease or this virus can be transmitted through blood transfusion, right? If someone is infected with HIV and they donate their blood to someone else, that recipient will also get infected. Okay.
Mhm.
Then sharing of needles, right? In some cases, let's say, for example, some drug abusers, right? So what they do is they take intravenous drugs. Which type of drugs?
Intravenous drugs.
Now, what are these?
Like there are drugs that are taken through like a syringe.
All right, they are taken through a syringe and they are taken inside the veins, right? Imagine if 4 or 5 people are sitting together. They most probably they are not going to use their individual syringes for this purpose. Generally, what they do is one syringe is there, and these friends or whoever they are, what they are going to do, they will share the syringe among themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
In that case, if by chance, unfortunately, if any one of them is suffering from HIV, what will happen?
All of them
They
will.
will pass on the infection. There is a possibility of transmission of the virus, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then transmission can take place. This is one of the most unfortunate events over here, that if a mother is suffering from HIV, right?
Right.
So during the development of the embryo, the virus can enter the embryonic blood or body as well, right? Okay. So babies can receive the virus from their mother either during the embryonic development or through the milk as well. When the mothers they breastfeed their babies, okay, through the colostrum also these viruses can enter the baby's body. Okay, so there are a number of things through which this virus can be transmitted. Okay, so HIV virus will not see most of the viruses, they cannot survive outside the human body and is transmitted by the direct exchange of body fluids, right? Okay, so what are the ways in which it can be done? Like sexual intercourse, unprotected, blood donation, sharing of needles from mother to child across the placenta in during embryonic development, then after birth also mixing of blood between mother and child during birth and through breast milk. Okay, so a number of ways through which what can happen, the transmission of this HIV virus can take place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any doubt?
No, so
Okay, so please write it down. Done.
Yes, we're done.